When we use any online service, there is an expectation that the experience is safe, that we are not being bullied, harassed, threatened, or exposed to content that is disturbing to us. Hi everyone, I am Vishwakarma Singh. I am machine learning lead for trust and safety at Pinterest. And today I am going to talk about how Pinterest powers a safe online experience at a scale with machine learning. Web scale platforms have tens or hundreds of millions of monthly active users. These platforms facilitate creation or saving and distributions of user content. Pinterest is one such platform. It is a platform for visual discovery of billions of inspirations. It facilitates creation, saving, and discovery of user content. Many times, these platforms are abused by some users. These bad actors either create or save content or engage in behaviors which bring unpleasant experience to other users. All these abuses can be broadly categorized into two buckets. First is malicious and adversarial behaviors, which include account takeover, spam, fraud, phishing, etc. These abuse compromise users' trust in the platform. The next bucket is harmful content creation. This includes adult content, hateful activities, violent content, and the list goes on. Harmful content compromise users' safety. In this talk, I am going to focus on harmful content moderation. Fighting abuse is important for legal compliance, also because abuse compromises user safety, engagement, and satisfaction. Both engagement and satisfaction are important for web scale platforms. And sometimes companies have their own mission of promoting a platform that is positive and safe for their users. Next, I am going to dig deeper into content moderation. First, I am going to introduce what is content moderation. Then I am going to talk about the process that is usually adopted in industry for content moderation. Then I am going to give an overview of the systems and signals we have at Pinterest for content moderation. Content moderation is a screening, identification, and removal or filtering of content that brings unsafe experience to user. It can be text, media, or a combination of media and text. Next, let's see what is the process that is implemented in industry for content moderation. The first step of the process is defining what is a bad content. Along with definition, we also categorize the bad content into multiple buckets. Categorization helps with prevalence measurement, severity assignment, and tracking the progress of our effort in getting rid of this bad content. Once we have the definition and categorization, we create policies around them and share them with the community. This policy lays out guidelines and educate users how to use the platform. Both the definition and the policy evolves over time. As we see new bad content, we create definition, categorize them, and change the policy to reflect them. Once we have the policy, the next step is policy enforcement. To enforce policies, we engage with the users directly. And to do that, we bring product features that will empower the users to report bad content. Sometimes product changes are also made to give sensitivity warning to the users before viewing any content. The next step is developing tools for reviewing the reports, labeling them after confirmation, and using the labeled content to either fan out to similar content and take action or develop signals. A big component of policy enforcement is development of systems and signals for reactive and proactive identification and filtering of unsafe content and or users at a scale. And finally, engaging with the users through campaigns and outreach. Educating users go a long way in keeping the platform safe. We also publish reports annually to let users know of our progress and build trust. Next, let's see some of the systems that we have in place at Pinterest for moderation. On Pinterest, we have a variety of entities. Here we have recognized some of the entities for which we develop signals and enforce our policies against. These are boards, pins, image signatures, users, search queries, and text. An image signature is grouping of pins across board which have same image in them. And we identify that group using an image hash called image signature. Here is a system overview that we have at place in Pinterest. At Pinterest, we empower users to report bad content. That bad content is in-queued, human-reviewed, labeled, and further used for actioning, fan-out, and development of signals. We also have a mix of online signals and offline signals to screen and score content. The online signal screen and scores a content as soon as the content is created on the platform, whereas the offline signals work in a periodic mode. Both these signals work together to provide a powerful solution for screening, identifying, and filtering bad content. Next, let's take a look into the signals that we have developed and have in place at Pinterest. The first signal I'm going to talk about is ML signal for pin moderation. Pin is the most important entity on Pinterest. For pin, we have a batch signal. We have developed an image signature level classifier. It uses a variety of information from the pin, like the pin image content, any text overlaying the content, the image content, and all the text that is provided with the pin by the user. We also use pin board graph. Users on Pinterest organize their pins in boards, and we use the relationship to create a pin board graph. All this information is used to train a multi-category deep neural network model. The model scores for multiple unsafe categories and a safe category. All the information is fed into the model using embedding technique. We use a state-of-the-art NLP technique bot for embedding all the text. This model runs in batch mode and scores billions of image signatures. And we use the score to identify bad content and act against them. Since this signal runs in batch mode, there is a latency, and we want to remove bad content as soon as possible from the platform. To address that gap, we have a real-time signal that scores any pin as soon as it is created on the platform. The real-time signal has a little lower performance than the offline signal, and that's why we deploy both the signals in production to achieve the best. These signals had a great impact on our ecosystem. Overall, we have been able to reduce policy violating reports by 52% across all the unsafe categories, and for self-harm, we have been able to reduce it by 80%. We have shared our knowledge with the community through blog posts and press releases. Next, I'm going to talk about our ML signal for comment moderation. Comment ecosystem on Pinterest helps users to engage with the pinners, but sometimes it's misused. For comment, we identify whether a comment is unsafe, spammy, what is the sentiment of the comment, what is the quality of the comment. To do that, we use a lot of information from the pin creator, from the commenter, the comment text, and other related information. All this information is used to again train a deep neural network model that produces a score for spam, safety, sentiment, and quality. This is a near real-time multitasking model. So as soon as a comment is created, we are able to screen it and score it. And based on the score, either we take auto enforcement or we rank the comments. We again use a state-of-the-art NLP technology bot to help with text embedding. Comment model also had a great impact on our system. We have been able to reduce user report by 53%, and we have shared our work with the community through a blog. This is all from me. Thanks for your time, and I will be happy to take some questions at this time.